Good day, everyone. Welcome to the lesson 7. So, this is the third part of the data entry methods, the polar coordinates. So, we are in lesson 7 of the complete AutoCAD training course 2D and 3D. I'm again your presenter, Virgilio R. Cuajunco Jr., a Meng student, major in ECE of Cavite State University. So, polar coordinates uses the at symbol, just like in our uh, relative coordinates. We have the at symbol, then the distance, then the less than symbol, then the angle. So we'll call this angle. The less than symbol, we'll call it angle. So at, distance, then the angle. So our reference point will be from the last point entered. So in this polar coordinates, there is no negative for the direction. We'll be using 0 degrees if we're going to the right. uh, Upward is 90 degrees, to the left is 180, downward is 270. So we have our respective distances. 45 degrees, if it's going to the left, 45 degrees angle, it's one from our point here going here is 135 degrees. So we have a total revolution rotation of 360 degrees. So there's no negative for the direction. So to draw this using the polar coordinates, so let's go back to our lesson 6. We have finished here in lesson 6. So let's draw our line. First point will be at 1 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this will be our base, just from this point. So going to the from P1 to P2, we have a distance of 3 at 0 degrees. So at distance of 3 with the angle of 0 degrees, then we have a 45 degrees with a distance of 1.4142. So at 1.4142, angle of 45 degrees, so that will be from here there. Then from this point going up from P3 to P4, we have a 90 degrees. Going up is 90 degrees, so we have distance of 2. So at 2, angle of 90 degrees. Then we have the distance of 4 going to the left, so 180 degrees. So at distance of 4 with the angle of 180 degrees, then going down from P5 to P1 is going down, so that will be 270 degrees with a distance of 3. So at 3 with the angle of 270 degrees going down. So we have finished our first figure. Then our next figure will be exercise number 1. So it's just a block of H from A, B. So we have our first line, this part, so we have it here. So that will be just to figure out the listing. So we have it at point xy coordinate is 6. So just a minute. 7. So let's draw our line. First point, so it's around distance of 6 x coordinate 7. So that will be our first point here. So let us draw the letter H. So at distance of 1, the angle of 0 degrees. Going up at distance of 1, angle of 90 degrees. To the right at 1, angle of 0 degrees. Then at 1, angle of 270 degrees. So you have to memorize those angle. At 1, angle of 0 degrees. Going up again at, that will be a distance of 3, angle of 90 degrees going up. Then to the left 180 degrees at 1, angle of 180 degrees. Going down at 1, angle of 270 degrees. To the left at 1, angle of 180 degrees. Going up 90 degrees at 1, angle of 90 degrees. To the left at 1, angle of 180 degrees. Then to close it, we have at 3, angle of 270 degrees. So we have drawn our last figure, second figure, using polar coordinates. So just a recap. So we have it to the right is 0, upward 90, left 180 to 74 downward. Then we have 45 degrees, its counterpart to the left is 135, downward to the left is 225 and 315. So we'll be using those angle 315 downward, and this is 200, what's that again, 225. So we have to remember those coordinates. So from here, let's draw a line. From this point will be around here. So draw a line. Excuse me, I have mistaken. So we have line, I think that will be 10, maybe 1, 2, 7, 8. So we have our line first coordinate at this part, so that will be the counterpart here. So using polar coordinates, so let us specify at, so wait, at, we have a distance of 1 to the right, angle 0. Then upward, angle of distance of 1, so at 1, angle of 90 degrees. Downward, again, it's 315 degrees. 315 degrees. So at 1.4142, angle of 315. Then downward at 1, angle of 270 degrees. Then at distance of 2, angle of 0 degrees. So there. Then we have at 2.8284 with angle of 45 degrees to the right, 45 degrees, correct. So there. So that's the copy of that. Then at, so next distance will be 1.5. At 1.5, going up 90 degrees. Then to the left 180 degrees with a distance of 2. At 2, angle of 180 degrees. Then going up a distance of 1, so at 1, angle of 90 degrees. And we have at 1, angle of 180 degrees. Then we have at 2.8284 with the angle of, that angle will be 225. 225. Oh no. I think I have the wrong angle. Wait. So we have a wrong angle, so let's undo it. So it should be around here. So it should be 155. Is that correct? It should be somewhere here. Angle of 150. So if I have it here, $130. So should be 150 degrees somewhere here with a distance of 2.2361, right? At 2.2361, angle of 150, no, it should have a distance of 2361, 205 degrees. Excuse me, 205 degrees. So there. Then at this at 1 with the angle of 180 degrees to the left, right? Then we have here this one at 2.5, so I'm not mistaken, 2.5. So wait, at 2.5 angle of 270 degrees, and we have drawn our figure the same using polar coordinates, while this is using the relative coordinates. This one's using polar coordinates. Next figure is the house or the arrow. So at point A, it's this one. So let's start here. So line. So we'll have our line. So this have a distance of 7, 18. This way, 18. So 18, comma 7. Oh, doesn't do it. .5, comma 7. Okay, there we have our line. So using the polar coordinates, so we have at a distance of 2, 0 degrees. Going up, we have at 2, no, that will be 3, angle of 90 degrees upward kasi. Then to the right, we have at 1, angle of 0 degrees. So we will have this at 45 degrees somewhere here. So that will be 130 degrees, I think. 135. So that will be 135 degrees with a distance of 2.8284. So at 2.8284, angle of what, 135. 135. Enter. Then we have the next angle is 225. So at 2.8284, sorry, 4, angle of, let's say, the angle 225, enter. There we have it. Then at 1, angle of 0 degrees because it's to the right. Then we have at 3, angle downward 270 degrees. And we have finished our exercise number 3. So this portion has been done using the polar coordinates, while this is using the relative coordinates. So we are now finished in our data entry mode. So first we have used it by absolute coordinate, then by relative coordinate, and now it's by polar coordinates. Thank you, and hope you'll be listening again in our next topic.